Good evening, gentlemen. It's Monday. So I had a video planned and I got some work done on it, but I quickly discovered that it was not a video that I would be able to complete in a couple hours on a Monday night. So that video is going to be put off until a future date. So instead of that, I decided that I should talk about something that I mentioned in my last video, which is the job interview that I had a couple of days ago. So the interview was for a industrial cleaning position in Holland, Michigan, which already is about a 40-minute drive from where I am, so not great, but it pays $40,000 a year, so I would have quickly been able to get an apartment there and cut my commute down. Holland is a great place. It's a beautiful town, it's right by the beach, and it's not too far from home or my friends either, so I wouldn't mind living there at all. So in the interview I get asked a bunch of questions, normal interview questions, my work history, my work ethic, things like that, days I'd be available. And nothing was out of the ordinary. The schedule for the job was going to be pretty difficult, with limited time off requests and mandatory overtime during many parts of the year, and also working holidays and stuff like that. Not great, but I could live with that for what the job was paying, which was about $40,000 before any overtime was included. And as I get more details about the job, it sounds fine. Not easy work by any means, but a job that I could do and do well, I thought. Some of the things that worried me about it were heights. There would be multiple times when you'd have to get in different harnesses and be hoisted up to heights of 50 feet, just dangling by a rope to clean things, which sounds awful, but I thought that I could do it. And I knew that I could push through it, especially for what they would pay me, and just to push myself. And also confined spaces. I'm a bit claustrophobic. I don't like it, but again, I can push through it for the money and to push myself, to better myself. And then they mentioned one last thing at the end of the interview after offering me the job. About once a month, you would have to go to a special building at the location with a over-the-shoulder vacuum cleaner, kind of like something out of Ghostbusters, and suck up a bunch of spiders in a room, just crawling with them. And that was a deal breaker. And they could tell as soon as they said that. My face changed and they knew that they lost me. It's not that I couldn't suck it up and do that, it's just that I would dread my job if I knew that every month I had that to look forward to. And I don't want to dread my job. The job wasn't perfect by any means. It would have been a huge time commitment. I would have had very little free time. So it's not the end of the world to miss out on it. It would have been a good opportunity to earn some money early in my life to have later, because I do know that I eventually want to go to school for something. I don't know what. It might not even be a career, but I do know that I eventually want to receive further knowledge in different areas. That may not be explicitly through college, but through other forms of education. But yeah, I decided not to make a bunch of money because of spiders, basically. So instead of that, I decided to go back to a greenhouse that I've worked seasonal work at for the past couple years with a full-time position. I asked for a large raise, not thinking that they'd give it to me, but they did, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have plenty of opportunity there to get overtime. It's not gonna be nearly as much money as the other job, but I will have much more freedom and flexibility with my schedule, both for friends and for other opportunities like video making. At the other job, I would be very hard pressed to do anything, and I love doing this, and I want to eventually make it profitable. And at that job, I don't think I would have been able to do that, or at least not anytime soon. So, figuring out life is not fun. I don't know what my future has in store for me. I have plans and goals, but I don't know if I'm going to hit them or when. I mean, I'm sure I'll hit them eventually, but most of them at least, but I just don't know when. And that's frustrating, because I want to have to not worry about money as soon as possible. Anyway, at this point I'm just rambling, so I'm gonna sign off and I'll talk to you boys later.